What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Beyond Machinery. We did a thing, but we're broken. So we bought a International 4700 dump truck, and we took off the transmission just to do a clutch on it. We knew beforehand it needed a clutch, and we figured, you know what, while it's out, let's send it out, get it inspected, and maybe checked in the synchros. And it actually tested pretty good. It looked real good on the inside. There was only a couple things they changed out, nothing too crazy, $800 or so in repairs. So clutch kit was another $900 and something, and resurfacing the flywheel. So now there's a catch. Where the PTO mates to this bell housing on the transmission, there's some stress fractures from the bolts being tightened way too hard. And of course, the bell housing is kind of a one-off that they put in these trucks, so now we're in that doozy. We're going to go over to the shop, we're going to check it out, and I think we're going to do a JB weld repair. We've had a couple welders come through, and they said it's something that they couldn't do unless we destroy the trans again, pull it all out, and then try to pull it all back in and rebuild it. And I'm like, wow. So, for what it is, I don't think it'll do that bad with JB weld. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to put some we have a gasket for it, and we might RTB it. Then what we will do is, I think we'll consider finding either a donor truck or a donor transmission that's a 6-speed. It has to be an FS series, so if anybody knows or has one of these, we'll put the series of the trans that we have now. It's a Spicer, but we're probably going to go to an Eaton FS series 6-speed and run it into this truck. So it does have a fix, but the truck's a little older. It's a 91. Well, let's go to the shop. Let's go check it out. We'll show you a little bit of the stuff we're talking about, and we'll go from there. So hopefully you guys have all been having a great one. We'll see you in a bit. So there she is. We have it at DTR shop. I'll get out there. Don't mind the wind. If the wind is too bad, I'll try to put some music on something just to do a walk around, or I'll put some voice overlay, but let's get out there. So this is she. Look at her. She's rusting a little bit. We got to polish that guy up. Well, that was a plan, but now she's in here. The reason we need that PTO is because, well, it's a dump truck. So we got that guy, obviously just empty. Been pushing it around. God bless America. Yeah. Give her the walk around. She's got a coal chute. Look at this guy. We'll show you the front of that one here in a minute. Got the exhaust, getting some exhaust work done, and then we have the trans, but yeah, that's gonna be a tough one. So she's nice, man. She was nice. That's the reason why we got her. 5-speed Spicer, and we got the little hydraulic brakes on CDL. Real sweet truck. So trying to get rid of these Dayton rims and go with some pilots or something a little more fancy. But so we'll go inside and look at the transmission. Like I said, this is a truck. Peep this one up, man. Arr. That's something. That's gonna get a big custom front chrome bumper. That's a DTR. That's the owner, and he's gonna switch the cap out because this one's got a little bit of rust. He's gonna switch it to that little guy over there. Little pro truck. That one's got a sleeper, man. He can't look at that. But let me shut this truck off and get inside since it's super windy. We'll get you some more info. Take a look at that trans. All right, so we're hard at work here. I don't know if the camera will pick this up, but we got a stress fracture up here, down here. This one's easy to pick up. I can see it here. And then they're all that way except this one. This is the only one that's made it real well. Studs overall are pretty hard. This one's cracked and broken. And then we got this top one here that's bad too. So the goal and the plan is to epoxy it, see if it'll hold. We have a gasket for this, maybe RTV seal with the gasket. Made it back up and see how long she holds for. Otherwise, the trans was good. This is the only issue. So we're cleaning her up now. Once we're done, we'll probably take some more videos of it and then start maybe JB welding around these areas. See if we can go behind it, but it's gonna be a tight fit. All right, see you in a bit. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna throw the hot rod on one of the bolts there, and we're gonna try to extract it so that when we do the JB weld, we'll be able to put it in the threads, put the bolts back in, see if it'll hold and lock, and put some JB weld now on the backside. So we're gonna heat these up with a hot rod and try to extract 2 bolts out at least, if not maybe 4, and then set them back in, but at their designated height because they went way too far. And then hopefully that'll give us about a year till we save up for a trans. So well, let us heat this up and see how it goes. PTO is cleaned up. Some of those out. We might have busted one. I think the threads were cross-threaded, and then this guy here. Most of the threads are there, so we'll just JB weld this side as best as we can and then get it on the gearing. We got 2 more left to pull out. After these 2 come out, we should be golden. Flood this guy here. And then this one's a little scary. That could break off. It's got scratches going that way and that way, so. But should hold for a little bit. Maybe at least till we make some money to get another trans. All right, let's keep going. Exhaust manifold bolts. That's what we're using. Bunch of JB weld and gasket maker, see if it works. In theory, that's how it should bolt up. PTO's kind of clean now. Got a gasket there. Hopefully it doesn't leak. And if it does, it's only a seepage. But that's about what she should do. Pull her back out. Now we just test fit everything. Dry fit. Pull it back out, put some JB weld, and then do some gasket maker before we seat the PTO onto it. The other thing that could have been done is probably, this is a spacer, 1/2 inch. Put this off and weld it onto the cast iron block. Once that's welded, then you could just bolt this guy onto the cast iron block itself, and probably would have done all right as well. But let's get going. De por sí ya nos echó la sal de que iba a salir algo. Not the best JB weld job, but that one's gonna be tough though to not get it on the gearing. Got some JB weld there on the inside. I might try to overlayer some once it gets a little harder on top of that. That is still malleable, but at the same time I don't want that protrude out farther so that the gasket can seat on there. But that should be plenty there to give it some rigidity, at least more than what it had. And then still have a little bit left over. Good thing is that it's cold in here. It's about 67 degrees. So we got a layer all around. Got some towards the back side on the bolts. Not my best work. Not that I have many, but I think on the outside what we'll do is we'll RTV, put a lot of gasket maker. Then we have an actual gasket, put some more RTV on the outside of that, and then ensemble the PTO onto that. And of course, there's the Loctite, some of the red stuff so they don't go nowhere. Should be good. Should be real good. It'll be interesting to see how it does and what it does. Let me let this stuff cure and we'll go from there. Alrighty. So we took it out for a little test drive. Look at that. This is the hydraulic pump, but the PTO is down over here. It looks like it held up pretty well. So we put RTV, then we put the gasket, and then RTV again on the PTO side. Trying not to hit my head over here. And it looks like it's doing pretty well so far. You see a little bit of JB weld up top. Everything went back on. Test drove it now, took it for a little spin. Seems to be running all right, but that might be the next address here. Maybe get that PTO pump to stop, or this hydraulic pump now to stop leaking. It's not a lot. It's. I mean, you can see right here, it's clean. That's just mud over there, mud over here, but she's been doing pretty well. Doing pretty well. Might have to do a little bit of sandblasting and re-welding here. Excuse me. Just to keep her up to shape. Maybe switch this out to stainless. We did look at trying to get a conversion kit, so if you guys want to see that, hold on that one and bear with me. We'll get that on here shortly before we pull the truck out to work. And then another thing here is we got space. I have to put storage here for chains in this little box. What would you guys put here? If somebody would let me know. What do you guys put in that? It's about 18 inches wide by about 2 feet deep. It might be nice. Maybe make that stainless. I don't know. We'll see. Well, all right. We'll start it up here for you so you guys can hear it in a little bit. Let me get out and test drive a 6-speed. Look at this big boy. Red Bull inspired. We should get sponsored by Red Bull. This one's a big boy though. All right, guys, so we're gonna get on out of here. So that's pretty much it for the video. We got that done. Like I said, let me know what you guys want to see later on. We're gonna go on and get out of here. Like I said, DTR is helping us out. If anybody needs any kind of semi roadside service, he's the one that is kind of guiding us through all that, helping us out do a lot of the stuff on the truck. We'll let you know about the conversion kit because that's kind of one of the things that's up. We'll take another peek over here and we'll see you on the next one. Alrighty, so we're gonna leave her here just to make sure everything's swell, see if we can get conversion parts. Like I said, here's DTR, man. You guys let them know any kind of semi truck roadside service. We'll see you guys out of here.